Hey, what's up? My name is Domics, and I'm one of the animators for Geek and Sundry's FetchQuest. I had some help from my co-animators Kevin Lamb, who helped with episode 1, and James Moore, aka Spastic Chihuahua, who helped with the other 9. This project was a lot of fun and a great experience to work on, but I gotta admit, it was a lot of hard work, especially with the time frame we were given to work on it. I'm here to give a little brief about our work process. Process. First, we have the writers come up with a script for the episodes, and once that's approved and finalized, we get the voice actors and actresses to record the dialogue, and then we take those audio files and then mix them in together into a finalized audio file, which is then sent to us, the animators, to animate. The tough part about doing the animations is trying to settle on how much detail we want to include per scene. Hopefully you've watched at least one episode of the series without getting too offended, and notice the quick pace of the jokes. The great thing about that is it provides a quick momentum of the episodes and wastes little to no time with feeding the audience with content. But on the other hand, it sometimes took a toll on us, the animators, because we'd sometimes have to animate a scene that maybe takes hours to do, but is only displayed for like a couple seconds. But that's expected in animation. And it's a good test for your patience when wanting to create a quality of work that you'll be satisfied with. In terms of how we actually start the animation, we obviously look at the script first to know what are we doing. The great thing about the team is that everyone was pretty chill and easy to get along with. No one was like, I want to do this, you guys shut up and do what I do. We were all pretty much open to each other's ideas, and the animators were no exception to that. Because although the script had action cues and animation directions, they pretty much left it to our discretion on how we felt the scenes should look. If we felt this thing would be funnier doing it this way, then we'd go ahead and do that. And 95% of the time, the producers were content with what we decided on, and rarely did we come across having to do major revisions. The episodes were generally about 3 minutes each, and the animation took about 5 days to do. Most of the time we'd start off with storyboarding the episode and having animatics to illustrate the core movements of the scene. Sometimes if we were confident enough, we'd skip that whole process and go straight into animation just to save time. We used Adobe Flash to animate FetchQuest at 24 frames per second, meaning each episode equal to about 4,000 to 5,000 frames. Because of that overwhelming number, we had to sacrifice the quality of smooth motions and had to settle for simple movements which were sufficient enough to deliver the joke in the respective scene. Which is why any moments where there are like pauses or breaks were such a gift to us, because it meant occupying frames without actually having to animate. But that's just me being lazy. One aspect that I really didn't want to dumb down was lip syncing. I felt since a lot of the jokes involved dialogue, lip syncing was an essential thing to properly execute because I felt it's something that really gave the characters life. Like when something starts talking, then you really have that impression that, that thing's alive. There were really no major problems throughout this project, besides maybe having to manage our time efficiently, and one thing that really hindered that was software problems. Flash, more like crash. But no, seriously, save your work, make 10 copies of it, make 10 more backup copies of the backup copies, because you never know when something's gonna go wrong.